Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here. We're going to show you how grass whips, hockey sticks, hammers, and a multitude of other tools are going to help you simplify the game beyond belief so that you can evolve into the golfer you're supposed to be. Enjoy. Hey everyone, Shawn here at the Royal Quebec Golf Club in Quebec City. And today we're going to be talking about how we're going to stop missing left. And there's several misses that you have going to the left side as a right-handed player. You can pull it to the left or you can hook it to the left. So let's start with the pull first. And many of you are making the wrong assumptions as to why you're pulling it to the left. If we look at the classic over the top and why you would actually swing in that direction. Well, number one, our side vision as human beings is highly distorted. Our forward vision we call binocular. I'm facing my target along this line here, so I'm going to put my alignment rod towards my target. So right now it feels like I'm moving toward that flagstick over there. Now I need to trust this alignment that I saw from back there. And many of you are going to look around at that target and you're going to think, well, that's not right. And then you'll start doing this. So now you're trusting the wrong person. And because you're lined up way to the right, well, you're forcing yourself to come over the top automatically. You have the necessity now to come over the top. So if we maintain that alignment and you feel that you're lined up too far left, you'll need to swing more out away from yourself to find the target. It feels like you're swinging to the right, but in actual fact, you're actually swinging down the line, okay? So that's number one. We have to trust our alignment. And then number two, you can't be going directly to your target, because if I was going to swing towards you, my brain is trying to see you with its binocular vision, and that's going to naturally pull me across the ball. So we need to find an intermediate point right in front of the ball. You always pick something only a foot in front of the ball or less, and you're going to use that intermediate point to get you to the target. So let's say I'm going to put a white tee there, parallel to that. So I'm using that tee to get myself towards that target. So now, let's say I'm playing a draw and I'm playing the ball just a hair back in my stance, and I'm going to be releasing to the right edge of that intermediate point. Well, to the right edge of that intermediate point in my mind right now, it feels like I'm going so far right. So you're thinking, good golly, I don't want to go that way, so I don't want to go to the right. So you're actually reacting to a mirage. So understanding how you see things as a human being is huge. So if you say from back there, right edge is just right center of the green, and I'm drawing it from the right center of the green back toward the flagstick. There we are. So everything is feeding in the direction that I want. Play the ball back, get behind the ball, and now it feels like I'm going to the right edge of that intermediate point. Now, if you look from there, it feels like you're going a good 30 yards to the right. So you'll have a tendency to react to that and come over it. So I'm just going to stay with that direction at all costs and see what happens. So I'm going right edge, going right edge. So the ball starts to the right of the right center of the green, and that drew back just about 10 feet right of the pin, and if I get a good hop, it'll cozy up to the flagstick very nicely. So that takes care of the pulls. Now many of you react, pull it left, and then you think, oh, my club face is too closed, and then you weaken the grip and you open the face, you continue swinging left, and now all you have is a weak slap. You're hitting it straighter, but you're hitting it 20 to 30 yards shorter. That doesn't make any sense, does it? So always pick an intermediate point. So important. From back here. Then trust that intermediate point and swing in the direction of that intermediate point. Stay with your shot, and you're going to significantly reduce the amount of pulled shots that you hit. Now, for those of you who hook the ball, now that's different. It's curving to the left. that means that the club face is very significantly closed in relation to the path that you're swinging on. So let's examine if you're swinging through the ball or at the ball. Now, I'm going to introduce you to one of our favorite pastimes here, hockey. And you notice there's a nice curved blade on this stick. Why? Well, every instrument known to humanity, apart from a push broom, is designed handle first. So if I had a fishing pole, I'm going handle first. If I had a sword in my hands and I'm cutting through a bamboo shoot, notice the elbow leads, then the hand, then the blade, then the tip of the blade. If I'm playing hockey, I'm collecting the puck from over here and I'm releasing the puck over there. Fastest point of the swing is out here, not down there. So if I'm going fishing in my golf swing, I gather my fishing pole, I want to cast it over there. See where I'm releasing the energy? The fastest point of the swing is out here. So if you're releasing at the ball, you're extending and causing everything to release too soon, you'll smother the ball, and that's where you get the hook. So you're defaulting to the ball instead of staying with your target. So don't try to open the face. That's the last thing I would do. First thing I would do is confirm that you're actually swinging towards your target. So if, let's say we're going back to, you remember the grass cutting tool that we had. If I'm cutting through something, so if I had a tee in the ground and I wanted to cut through the tee, notice how the brain is seeing continuity beyond the tee, and my peak speed would be out here. So if I do the same thing, this is your grass cutting tool, and I put that same tee in the ground, I put a ball on that tee. What my mind sees right now is something to cut through. Obviously that tee can't stop me, so when I cut through and out towards my target, I'm really feeling that explosion of energy here. So I'm going to swing all the way through and feel that peak speed out there. So I'm gathering and I'm releasing through the shot out to my target. And I'm getting a soft draw on the ball. And my divot is moving exactly in the direction that I wanted it to go because I'm staying with my shot. So confirm first and foremost, where are you sending your energy? And for many of you who hook, the better player who hooks, think about what your focus is just prior to swinging the club. Inside your brain, there's a little section in your mind called the premotor cortex. Its sole purpose is to pre-fire into your central nervous system to get you ready to perform a task. I'll give you two. Hold the club as hard as you can and hit the ball as hard as you can. Didn't you just split a rib mentally? Versus feel the weight of your instrument slash through the stem and out towards your target. Wasn't that much easier? So through the ball will cure the hook automatically, okay? At the ball will cause a hook most of the time. So don't try to weaken your grip. Confirm if you're staying with your target first. Now, if you release through the ball and feel the peak speed out there and you stayed with your shot and it still hooks, then we can weaken the grip a little bit. You probably have a grip that's too strong. But with my experience and the amount of people that I see, 90% of the time it's the opposite, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next video.